Here we are discussing the question paper of size reduction. So first of all, you have to know that what is the definition of size reduction and why actually it is needed. What are the advantages of size reduction? So for 5 marks question it is important. What is the advantage of size reduction? In final, for final it is important for 7 marks. And what are the disadvantages of size reduction? If actually 7 marks come, then they will ask you, they may ask you both. Then next question is very important. Give brief note on mechanism of size reduction and give brief note on modes of stress applied in size reduction. So when you are going to write about the mode of stress applied in size reduction, you have to write the processes, the mode of stress, and you have to give one example, one examples. Okay, so it is important for 5 marks question. And if drawing is there, you can give. There are drawing also. Next comes actually classification of size reduction. From these actually short question may come that give two examples. Suppose give two examples of crushers, two examples of grinders, ultra fine grinders, one example, cutting machine, example of cutting machine. Okay, so here you do one thing. So what are the advantages, disadvantages, uses of hammer mill? And if actually little bit hard question comes, then it may come as mention to variants of hammer mill. Okay, after that we will go to ball mill. So same thing, principle, construction, and working procedure of ball mill. So here you see the different mode of rolling of balls in the ball mill operation. So what is the correct speed? At correct speed actually what happens, and from low speed, high speed, and correct speed actually what is happening? Mainly why we are actually selecting the particular speed for ball mill operation. So in which circumstances actually the speed is correct. So you have to know that thing. Okay, then advantages, disadvantages, and what are the variants? Suppose that they will ask you in short question, name two variants of ball mill. So you can tell hard hinge mill, continuous ball mill. Only that thing is sufficient. Then coming to fluid energy mill, same thing, principle, construction, working of fluid energy mill. So what are the advantages? Here advantages are very important, and uses, mainly advantages and uses. So you learn also the one variant, that is centrifugal impact pulverizer. Then colloid mill. So what do you mean by colloid mill? What are the principal construction of colloid mill? Edge runner mill. What is the principal construction of advantages, disadvantages of edge runner mill? Then end runner mill. So what actually the principal construction working procedure? So for sessional actually mainly you give importance being for broad question actually, not for short question. I am telling, for short question all those things, principles you have to learn, uses you have to learn. For broad question actually end runner mill, then ball mill, hammer mill, then fluid energy mill, these 3 4 colloid mill, these 3 4 things you have to learn. Okay, and for medium type of question you have to go through theories of combination. So I have already discussed in classes the theories of combination. So nicely you have to write all those things. Okay, so apart from this time actually for sessional no need to study, but for final it is important, theories of size reduction. Only here you for final purpose you can learn this theory of size reduction, but for sessional you learn that theories of combination up to this much actually. Before theories of size reduction, this area, AUC area. Then you have to have some idea for short question actually. Suppose what is Rattinger's theory, and what is Bond theory, and then Kick's theory, what is Kick's theory, like that. Okay. So here completes. See, this is the diagram. This is actually you have to draw in case of mode of stress, or if mechanism is also coming. No, mechanism drawing is there in book. Plus you have to draw this thing. And in question also, when mechanism comes, you have to give the mechanism plus mode of stress if it comes in big question. Okay. One very important thing I want to tell, that in case of size reduction, when question comes about the mechanism or mode of stress actually, you have to draw, in case of mode of stress you have to draw one diagram. Actually in book diagram is not there, but only mechanism is there. Okay. So if mechanism also comes in broad question, or mode of stress comes in 5 marks question actually, you have to draw about, in case of mechanism, you have to draw the mechanism diagram, plus you have to draw the diagram what I am giving. Okay. And in mode of stress also you have to draw this diagram. Separation. For size separation, you have to know first that what do you mean by size separation, and then what are the advantages, means what are the importance actually. And this is the main thing, this table is main, that is official standard for powders. From here short question will come. You learn this table also, examples of crude drugs and nature of powder required. Sieve shaker machine, you just have an idea for final actually. It is not important for sessional point of view, for final. Okay. And this one you learn for sessional about the cyclone separator and ER separator. So they may ask you a question that give a brief note on cyclone and ER separator, or what is the difference between cyclone and ER separator, for 5 question, 5 marks question or 10 marks question. This is very important. There is a back filter. What is the principle of back filter, construction of back filter, and here actually you have to learn this thing for sessional. That is um, what are the steps involved in back filter. Steps means that is filtering period and shaking period. What happens during the filtering periods and shaking periods. Okay. So elution method, you learned the elution method. What do you mean by normal elution method? What are the advantages of it? Elution method. Then this is actually multiple elutrator. You have to learn about multiple elutrator in 5 marks question. So that is actually they have given elutration, multiple fraction separation. So that is actually multiple elutrator. So they may ask you that give a brief note on multiple elutrator. So in that thing actually you have to give this thing actually, elutration, multiple fraction